So I interviewed John Deere at CES, and they acquired a company, Blue River.
Correct.
And they handled the software stack for their autonomous mower that's still in prototype stage. Ironically, Wright has teamed up with Greenzie to help with the autonomy on this guy in a more of a collaborative approach. So we got Blue River versus Greenzie.
It is a similar story to Blue River, you're correct. I'm CBQ, I'm the co-founder and CEO of Greenzie, and we started Greenzie to help landscapers reduce their overall cost of labor in the green industry. Our big mission actually is to free humans from all repetitive outdoor labor.
Ooh.
And we decided to start in the green industry because it's notorious, it's dangerous, still dirty, highly repetitive. And the other reason is, frankly, look, we've got self-driving cars and we got these little robo-mowers, and both of them have been around for a long time. There was nothing for commercial landscapers, and so we just added it. And the way we did it is, the first thing I did was I tried to retrofit an old mower. It's very hard to do. Could never figure it out. So then the next thing, best thing was, all my landscapers told me, they said, do not build another robot. Like, we don't want to buy another from another vendor. I love my Wright Standard Z cab, been using it for 50 years, right? I know the cut quality. I have a dealer who already has loaner machines when mine go down. So they said, just put autopilot on my existing mowers.
And they specifically said Wright?
Oh yeah, Wright is only does commercial. So there's no residential that they make. Commercial guys, you need equipment that can be serviced, can be fixed, like has changeable parts, because it will break. There's no doubt about it. There's no way to build an indestructible machine. So anyway, we went to them and we actually partner with the manufacturers. Wright was the first. We worked with them. This product's been in the market for about 4 years now. It's been in production for 3.5, and it's going really well. There's lots of landscapers that rely on this. I will say we have hundreds in the field and lots of happy customers, with some of the larger fleet landscapers being our largest customer. And so, yeah, you asked me what does success look like. It's acreage, it's autonomous acreage. So one thing that I'm very good at is we do software. When you ask me like, hey, what does Greenzie do? Like, do you guys build hardware? The answer is absolutely not. If you're familiar, I know you're familiar with, and your audience may be, with people who build PCs, right? It's just you assemble the components, you need memory and all these things. We're basically a systems integrator for self-driving autonomy. So these cameras are from RealSense, formerly Intel. They spun out, they're now RealSense. They're made for outdoor robotics. These are antennas that are all available at DigiKey and other distributors. So the manufacturer loves it because they already have these distributors. And so we tell them, here's the robotic ready specification. If you put these cameras in this configuration and this computer, and then we hand them our software, it can then run Greenzie autonomous software. So we basically enable autonomy as a feature on existing equipment. And then another thing that's great is, because it's done at the factory, it's factory supported, it's dealer supported, so dealers can fix it.
So you said that you didn't go the route of retrofitting.
We tried retrofitting, which to me means, the definition I would use would be, I have an existing mower and then I add it to it later. We do factory upfit. So the closest analogy I would think would be something like a Sirius XM, right? It's already in the car, you buy it and you activate it, but that you don't install that. It comes from the factory.
Okay.
Another analogy would be like Blue Cruise is Ford's self-driving. Like, if you go to the windows and you actually go behind the scenes, it's powered by Mobileye, which is the software that enables it, but it's assembled at the factory. We're the same thing, but we do it for the outdoor equipment industry.
So what are the main components? I assume that there's a Dell in here, right?
Yeah, so actually we are on x86. So yeah, there's a Linux ruggedized computer, and if you go to our YouTube channel, we actually take it apart and show. I'll pull it out and show you what it is. We love the rugged hardware. I think the version we use is from a company called Rugged Science. They build temperature-rated, vibration-resistant, fanless, rugged PCs. The temperature, obviously, as you can imagine, gets very hot. This is a gas-powered mower. We've measured about 700 degrees out here on a hot Texas day coming off there, so you got to be a little bit away from it. Another reason why we have it over here. But it's all got a bunch of ridges and things for heat dissipation. It runs x86, it runs Linux. It's a bare bones, hardened, minified OS that we did. It runs Ubuntu long-term LTS, and then it boots up and runs our Greenzie software, which is all Linux-based. It's based on the robotic operating system. Okay. It's a lot of nodes that made it for autonomous mowing. Localization,
ROS 1 or 2?
We use both ROS 1 and we use ROS Bridge to do some ROS 2 nodes for some of our work.
So you taking advantage of some of the safety, I guess, the inherent intrinsic safety of...
Yeah, where everything that's safety rated, it actually runs on a microcontroller. So we also have another piece of hardware in here that's very low level that runs in a very tight control loop for the things that matter, like wheel encoding, the lights, the button presses, and also some of the e-stop and other configurations, because when remote stop, because obviously safety is critical, so you don't want that in a software loop because you've got memory constraints and things like that.
Yeah. But you said you have RealSense cameras in here.
The RealSense cameras do go through the main stack. Those are prioritized with NICE to be the highest priority. Okay. And those will send a signal very quickly, and then the system will take over. So those are not in the real-time loop. There aren't any. I think there are some safety-rated LiDARs. I don't think that those are necessary on an application like this. Our system is used for obstacle detection to go around obstacles, and so we're not using them as a real-time. We don't have any RTOS on here.
Okay.
Not yet. So yeah, the other fun things on it, we've got RTK grade, RTK GNSS.
Right.
We use several of the networks right now. We're on Point Perfect and Verizon. And we can use any network, so if a company has their own, we can apply that as long as it's N-trip and we get a good RTK. But we use a nationwide network, so our customers don't have to worry about that. It has a cellular modem in it that's industrial. It jumps on our VPN. And the app we built is a mobile, web-based mobile app, so it's a progressive mobile web app. So you scan that QR code on there, and it loads instantly, translated into all languages, including Spanish, which is our primary use case.
Did you add like a secondary power supply, some sort of battery backup or something? Or?
Yeah, so what's great is this 40 horsepower engine has an alternator on it that generates enough current to basically supply this. We did add a bit of a bigger battery. You'll notice if you look around at a lot of the other mowers at the show, it is a larger battery, it's a deep cycle, so just to give it a little bit of extra time. But like, it's fun, if you were to turn the key on, I'm not going to crank it fully, but you're going to see the Greenzie system turn on. We're going to get some lights for your, as it's booting up. This is the Linux system basically turning on. You can actually, if you listen closely, you can hear the BIOS beep, and then you'll hear it come on. And again, like, it boots in about 7 seconds.
7 seconds.
Yeah, so we've minified it. We've really toned it down because, again, it's just literally runs exactly a small kernel in our OS.
I love that.
And you're ready to mow in about 30 to 90 seconds. Now, we're not going to be able to mow in here because there's no GPS. So we're going to get an alert. Right, yes. And no grass. That's important. But yeah, so the system's on. It's actually telling me this means that this machine has not been activated. It was uncrated, and so it has to be activated. So this doesn't have an active software license, but it would be ready to go right about now.
Okay.
Which is fine because you can still drive the mower manually, and you get to your site, and by the time you get it off the trailer, it's ready. The Greenzie system is ready to map and mow, basically.
So.
And also too, I just turned it off. So let's go turn it off. So now that it's off, we're on battery. But when the mower's running at full alternator, like, it totally runs this system. This is only a 12 volt. The thing that takes the most amount of battery and most amount of energy is actually the hydros. So going left and right, especially if you were to go back and forward and back and forward, those hydros are drive-by-wire. So you can see, I don't know, your audience may not be able to see, but in there's a CAN bus. So this is, here he's gonna bring you over. So we've got a CAN bus. This is marine grade CAN bus. And this is a drive-by-wire mower. So most mowers, when you move these handlebars, old mechanics would know that it would go all the way to the hydros to move these hydraulic pumps. Instead, it goes to an LBSM, a lap bar sensor module. So this mower is very responsive, and then these are sent to this worm gear, and so it actuates the pumps, just like a car, right? No cars, you aren't connected anymore to the actual rods. You have to like pull. Most cars are drive-by-wire. This is a drive-by-wire mower.
So this is the CAN bus here?
Yeah, this is a CAN bus line. So this is a marine grade, rugged CAN bus. You got all your modules. You got the vehicle information sensor, left control, right pump, as well as a Bluetooth module for doing tuning. And then ours is in there as well for us to have control.
I like that. That looks very sleek in there. I mean,
yeah, we've gone through like I said, this is a production mower. Dealers love servicing it. It's quite easy to service. We've made it easy. It's even got a charging port for the remote control when you're done. So,
Oh.
because people were losing this in the first generation, so we built this. You hide it in there and charge it.
Oh my word, that's awesome. So,
This is all you need to enable autonomous mowing. You don't need to set up a base station or any of that thing.
So I asked John Deere, how soon can I get one of these? And the answer was, might be 2 years, might be 3. Don't really know. How soon could I get one of these?
For this mower right here, this mower's been in production. You can go to any dealer. We're in USA, Canada, even Australia. And if you go to your dealer and say, I want one, chances are some of them even have them in stock or in the area via our distributors. But you can get this mower right now, and people are buying them even as we speak.
So let's go with why would I? I mean, this thing is...
If you mow large acreage, if you walk around this conference for landscapers and you ask them, what's your biggest challenge? I guarantee you the number one challenge they're going to say is labor. It's hard to find people. They have enough work.
I'm going to
do it. And come back to me and see how many. It's not AI. It's not how much drive time, although scheduling is it. The number one challenge is finding labor who will help them grow their business. And so this is a robotic worker that is on the mower. So it is, I tell people, this is the best robotic worker you will ever hire, and you don't have to do anything. It comes on the mower.
What's the ideal employee for running one of these? I mean, you hiring like college students or something? I mean, you don't want 70-year-old man or somebody who's just a technophobe or whatever.
Yeah.
How much intelligence not intelligence, but how much tech savviness does it take to operate this thing?
We've intentionally made it quite easy. There's 3 steps really. There's map, and then mow, and then actually there's no step 3. You've got to go do something else.
So there's 2 steps.
Yeah.
And you mentioned there's a mobile app. Do I need the mobile app?
No, don't need it at all. Again, you jump on the mower, have it in manual mode, you press map, and then you mow the outer boundary. So you actually use the control to mow. It's recording that via our localization system. It uses all of that fused together to get a high-grade map of the outer boundary. When you get back to the start, the mower says, hey boss, I can take over. It's got a map. It saves that map, and it saves it on the cloud. So now any mower you have can use that map. It doesn't matter what vendor. So you get that map. Then what you do is you simply turn off the blades, switch it to autonomous mode, grab your remote, and you got to walk 10 feet away because it's got cameras everywhere, right? All around it. Walk 10 feet away, and then you press mow. And when you do that, the mower will fill in that entire map you just did. And that's it. It just does super straight lines, straighter than a human can do. In fact, it's fun to watch landscapers. They're like, oh, because it's just super straight. And then it does a perfect non-rutting Y-turn, which means it won't tear up the grass. And that's it. So you talk about what type of people, there's 3 things. The right people, the right plans, and the right sites. And the right people, the person that needs to be doing it needs to be open to new technology. They potentially a gamer. It's also someone who wants to, have another crew member who will do what they say, and this is another crew member, so they got to be open to being able to troubleshoot it. I mean, it's not without its issues, like, oh, it went out of the, if they accidentally don't complete the boundary, they got to know how to do it. There is an app. If you scan this QR code, we built it as a progressive mobile web app, so if you scan the QR code.
If I do? Can I
you
access
can do it?
Okay.
No problem. So I changed the PIN code on this mower. It's the same as my bank account. It is 1234. That's my super secure PIN code. So if you click on that, it's going to ask you for the PIN code for this mower. Now, if you were in Spanish, it would all be in Spanish because it's translated.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Yep, there you go. And now this mower has 2 alerts. So there's our notices for the new update that we just did. This mower has a couple of alerts on, including I can't see the GPS. So it says move it outside, right? And the last one being it's not activated. So this mower is not ready to mow. So you got to clear all those alerts. You can go to the controls tab and you can see speed, engine on, blades on.
So it can go up to 8 miles an hour.
Don't do engine on. Don't turn the engine on.
Oh, so I could have started it up just now?
Yeah, I put it back in manual mode. So.
Okay. So
we're not allowed to start the engine in here.
Obstacle avoidance.
You can turn off obstacle avoidance if you just want it to stop instead of going around things.
Oh, I was going to be like that. You probably shouldn't be able to turn off obstacle
When you do that, it just stops. If the stripes are very critical to you, and there's a soccer goal or something, and you just want to move the soccer goal instead of going around it, you can turn that on.
Okay. So very simple to use.
Super simple.
And it's probably very expensive, right?
No, not expensive at all. So we've done a lot of work. I mean, in autonomous driving, they've done such great work on these sensors. The cost of all this stuff has come so far down, as well as this manufacturer buys this stuff in bulk and does it, so they get very good pricing on it. And our software has gotten very good. So all inclusive, a normal mower like this in this configuration would be about $15,000 US without the autonomy. This mower is about $50,000. Don't quote me. You can go to your dealer for MSRP. A lot of these guys here are fleet. They get better discounts and other things.
Okay.
But let's just use these round numbers, 50. That's $35,000 extra dollars we've got to overcome. Now, a lot of landscapers look at that for a second and they go, huh. And I go, well, over the next 3 years, what if I told you I had a guy who would work for you for $35,000 for all 3 of those years? Better said, $13,500 or about $13,000 for a year, who would mow as much as you want. Would you hire him? And of course they go, shoot, I'd hire the guy for $13,000, and then next year he wants $13,000, and the year after $13,000, and the year after that. So the cost, it will definitely pay for itself.
Hey, I got a question for you. What's the biggest, what do you do?
Commercial maintenance.
Commercial maintenance?
What's your biggest challenge? Let me give you 3. Let me give you 3. Equipment breakage,
No.
getting more customers.
Haven't been searching for new customers.
What about labor?
Labor would probably be top. Right now I'm solo, and so yeah, that's top of mind. But even just in a few months, I mean, like
Yeah.
right now I could use somebody, but I can do it.
What kind of data do you harvest, I guess? Because that's one thing that would be beneficial if you did want to go off one day and make your own.
No, I would probably never would, because then I'd be competing with my partners, right? It makes no sense.
That's fair, yeah.
And I'm already with 8 different OEMs, so why would I?
Yeah.
And in fact, it's also very specialized because they're very good at doing this.
Yeah.
Like to do this, I would have to stand up a factory like Elon and suddenly become very good at manufacturing. When in reality, like I would like to just focus on the software, and that's what we do. And what we actually gain knowledge every time we work with an OEM. We're like, oh, hey, it works better with this, and we'll do this differently. And there's different branches. With Bobcat, it does something different, and with Mean Green, it can do deck raising and all this stuff. So there are features that exist only for certain platforms. But
Did you say 8 OEM, like 8 OEMs? Who are they?
the 3 that I can mention would be Wright Manufacturing. They want to be respectful because I'm in their booth.
Okay.
The others would be Mean Green. They're an electric mower. Bobcat. And then the rest are in prototype or prototype or pilot stages. You could go to our website and probably see the brands. A lot of them whom you know, and some that we can't mention yet.
Do you prefer implementing your autonomy on an electric mower? Like, what are the differences between gas and electric integration?
So we've been doing software my entire life. So the way that I design the software, there's a module layer for the hardware interface layer. And as long as we have left wheel and right wheel, that layer we write custom for each one. So we don't actually care if it's a gas or electric. As long as we know how to do left wheel and right wheel, the system translate layer defines out whether it's CAN bus to a pump or electrical signal to a motor. It doesn't really matter to us. So I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't care if it's hybrid, gas, electric, or whatever. As long as we have the way to do PTO, know when the engine turns off, left and right, we're good. So yes, I will tell you it's much easier to automate electric. Much easier. But gas-powered is what our customers want, because when you're implementing it, and you're talking to a guy who drives an F-150 Lightning, I have electric, I personally have no dog in the fight, but I like gas-powered for autonomy because you're overcoming only one challenge, right? So when you're implementing this kind of stuff, like going all electric and all autonomous all at once can be pretty overwhelming for your crew. Back when we used to automate some electric early on, I would go to plug it in, and we'd plug 2 of them in, and they would trip the breaker. And then now I'm down for 2 days because I have a full day of charging. I came out to mow, and it didn't charge overnight.
I'm like, didn't it take you 2 days
Well, it
to
didn't charge
find which
overnight.
circuit breaker? Okay, that makes
So
sense.
now I have a full day of charging.
Yeah.
Whereas with this one, if I forget, I'm like, oh, let's go fill it up.
Do you monitor the gas level?
Don't need to. No, because when you run out of gas, you just drive out in the truck, refuel it, and hit go again. Doesn't really matter. We've run out before, but like this has 15.5 gallons, so it's about a day and a half of runtime. So my joke is always that like, hey, if you fill it up and you run out with autonomous mowing, I'll buy the next tank. Because you would hit the record. We have one of our customers has 11.5 hours in a day of autonomous mowing. That's a full day.
Yeah.
So he got overtime and a half. Guess who did not?
Yeah.
The robotic worker.
Yeah.
No complaints.
That's awesome. Now, tell me, there are some limitations to this, right? You've got to be within a certain distance. How close do you have to be?
1.2 miles. Everything in robotics is meters, but I translate, so that's like, I forget what that is, but in miles, 1.2, about half a mile to 1.2 miles, and it's line of sight, so if you go behind a big metal building, chances are it'll work for a little while, and then when it doesn't get a heartbeat, it'll pause, the mower, it'll pause, which is another thing about our industry, right? Like if I was doing self-driving cars, it'd be very hard because if you don't know what you're doing on a self-driving car, you can't just stop on the highway. Whereas in mowing, guess what we do if there's any issue? Stop.
Not to say that it can't ever work.
So do you stop and
this vibrates and it alerts the user. They can go use the app to see what the alerts are. You saw that earlier.
are you able to with
it's
software throttle it down?
Yes.
Okay.
We have full throttle control.
Does this lever actually move?
No.
Oh, that'd be
just
cool.
so it's just like these. I showed you those the same way. There's a sensor here, so this doesn't move and this doesn't move. So what is interesting is when you switch out of manual, like we always go low because we have full control because we have really good engine control. So we always go super low, and then if you keep this here, when you go back to manual mode, it'll throttle back up to whatever this level is. Another reason why we always keep blades off when you go to manual and autonomous, we don't allow blades to be on because we don't want them to turn on.
When you go from manual to
When you go back to autonomous,
Yeah.
you always have to have the blades off, and vice versa, because we don't want it to automatically turn on